Hey, welcome back again to Life Skills. You know, again, we come into your living rooms or wherever you are once a week, and we're trying to encourage you and inspire you, and that's really the whole point of doing the Life Skills, is we really want people to figure out how to live a better life, how to, deal with some hurdles and not have them be as big as at one time they were. And this week we're talking again about funding. We're talking about especially people that are homeless and stimulus checks and those type of things. And you might know some people, maybe it's yourself, you haven't gotten a stimulus check, or you know somebody never got it, and can they get to it? And we've got some training, some teaching that'll be following me on this real soon. But we just want again to encourage you to keep connected, check in with our offices, anything we can do for you. Use your case managers, that's what they're there for. You don't have to just meet them once a week, you can call them anytime, and they'll get back to you if they can't talk to you right then. And they'll talk to you about whatever you're facing and maybe give some ideas, some input. They're not there with all the answers, but they might know where they can go get some, and that might help you as well. So thank you for being part of Rogue Retreat and tuning in, and we'll see you again next week.
Hi, my name is Phil Johncock. I'm a consultant with Rogue Retreat, and I've been honored to be the manager of the winter shelter in Ashland and the warming center in Grants Pass. In this video, I want to share with you a unique opportunity for the homeless in your community, or every community in fact, that can help people get off the streets, especially in this cold winter time. My first question for you is, did you get a stimulus check? If you did, great. Now you can help your friends. And if you did not get a stimulus check, you need to take action right away before the IRS closes its doors on November 21st. In fact, write down that date, November 21st. Now, if you're a participant in a program at Rogue Retreat like the Urban Campground or Hope Village or the Kelly Shelter, it's very important for you to schedule an appointment with your case manager right away. If you're not a participant in a Rogue Retreat program right now, I'll share with you what you need to do, and then you can help your friends. This is a time for neighbor helping neighbor. If you did not get a stimulus check and you qualify, you can receive a stimulus check for $1,200 to $3,900 depending on the number of people in your household and your income. To qualify, you have to have a Social Security number and not be a tax dependent of someone else. If you did not file a tax return in 2018 or 2019 and do not receive a Social Security payment, you can use the IRS non-filer tool at IRS.gov. And you can get your check in as few as 14 days. So write down that web address, IRS.gov. 69% of our guests at the warming center in Grants Pass did not get their stimulus checks or even know how to get theirs. So that's where we came in. Rogue Retreat staff reached out and helped our homeless neighbors receive over $30,000 in stimulus checks very quickly. And even more amazing were the choices they made in spending their money. One person hired an attorney to help with legal issues, another purchased a truck that he now sleeps in legally, while a third pays for gas and food. A fourth bought a bicycle to get to and from work while he stayed at the Kelly Shelter. I share these stories with you to inspire you to think outside the box with how you use your check to get off the streets if you want to. So let's go to the storyboard. So here in the storyboard, we'll see a short summary of what we just talked about. And if you did not get your stimulus check, or what's also called the Economic Impact Payment, or EIP, you have until November 21st to apply. If you're a participant in a Rogue Retreat program, see your case manager right away. Now, to qualify, you have to have a Social Security number and not be a tax dependent of someone else. And if you did not file a tax return in 2018 or 2019 and do not receive a Social Security payment, use the non-filer tool at IRS.gov. So here's an image from the IRS. Read all about it. The deadline to register for an economic impact payment or stimulus check using the non-filers tool is extended until November 21st. Now here's an important fact. According to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, in 2020, as many as 12 million low-income people, including many homeless, who qualified for stimulus checks from the CARES Act did not get theirs either. Now, to get ready, what are some of the things that you need to do? First, you need your Social Security number. You need a mailing address where you can receive your check. Also an email address, because you'll need to set up an account online. You're going to need, this is not required, but some people have a bank account or what's called an EIP debit card. And you can go to EIPcard.com. So if you would like to set up an EIP card, From Money Network is the name of the bank that you do that with, and this is supported by the CARES Act and the Treasury Department Bureau of Fiscal Services. So you can go here, it gives you some information about how you can get started. There's a short video, but if you go to EIPcard.com, you can set that up, and they will, the IRS will send you your stimulus check, but it will send it as an EIP debit card. So here we are on the IRS.gov webpage, and if you look here, you can see the non-filers section. So just click on this. So I clicked on the non-filer section, and here you get some information. It says that November 21st at 3 p.m. Eastern is your deadline for requesting your economic impact payment. So here's the button where you can enter your information. So let's go back and see what it looks like if you were to enter your information and what's required as a non-filer. So the step one was we went to apply at IRS.gov. We click on the non-filers section. That's the first step of what we need to do. Step two says that we scroll down to and click on the Enter Your Information button. So that's what we do next. Step three, we click on the Get Started button. Pretty simple, right? Step four, you create an account, and here's where you're going to need your email address. You want to create a user ID for yourself, make it something simple that you can remember. It asks for a phone if you can verify by text messaging. Create a password and confirm your password, and then go ahead and create an account. Step five is that when you sign in the future and you want to see the status, and I said earlier in the video that you should get your check within 14 days, but you can check and see the status by logging in to, you can go to the IRS.gov, click on the non-filers, and then when you sign in the future, you're going to need your user ID and your password. So step six is where you complete the IRS tab that says step one, fill out your tax forms. Here you're going to first provide the information that they ask for if you're single or filing married as a married couple. Your personal information, your first name, last name, your Social Security, your home address or your mailing address. You leave someone can claim unchecked, and then for dependents, you can include the first name, last name, Social Security number, the relationship to you, as well as banking information, which would be the routing number, account number, checking or savings. And then if you have an identity protection PIN, but if you don't have that, you can leave that blank. Step seven. Complete the IRS Step 2, which is the e-file your tax forms. Now, if you did not file a tax return last year, just enter 0 in the taxpayer AGI space, and then put your electronic signature. You can put the date, your cell phone. You want to choose a PIN number that is any 5 numbers, but avoid using 00000 or 12345. Put your date of birth And then if you have a driver's license or state issued ID, you can put that. And if you do not have those, then go ahead and leave those blank. So step 8, you want to verify your email. And this is really important because any filing status emails that the IRS sends to you will be sent to your email. So verification is required to submit your filing, and keep in mind that your email address will need to be verified. So verify your email address, go to your inbox, and then select up, and then click on the link to update your account. So I want to share with you a couple of examples of spending plans. Example 1 is George, and George used his stimulus check from round 1 of the CARES Act to hire an attorney to take care of the legal issues so that he could get a clean start. Examples 2 and 3 are Leonard and Tom. Leonard and Tom met at the warming center and became friends, and with his stimulus check, Leonard bought a truck with a camper shell. Tom used his stimulus check to pay for gas and oil for the truck, as well as cover costs for food for both of them. And if they cannot find a place to camp, Leonard says that he could sleep in the front seat while Tom sleeps in the back. Example 4 is John. John bought a bicycle so he could have reliable transportation to get to and from work while he stays at the Kelly shelter in neighboring Medford. So here's a picture of Leonard and Tom, and Leonard shared his story as soon as he got his check. And so one of the things that their story tells me is that you can be creative with the use of your money and find ways to get off the street. So I invite you to create a spending plan, and you could use the examples of George, could be the legal example, or even put your money into savings, or the bicycle like John, or if you find someone else that is needing a housing that you can get together, you can pool your money. I think it's helpful that as soon as you send your application off to the IRS, that you develop this spending plan so that once you get your money in one lump sum, that you can figure out something creative to do that, to get off the streets, to figure out a way that you can spend the money. So I want to say thank you to Life Skills for offering this particular video, and I want to wish you all the best of success in your lives and moving forward, and I look forward to hearing about your spending plans.
Hey, my name's Chris Clay, and I'm a resident here at Hope Village. I moved in about 2 months ago, and before this I was sort of just drifting, going from friends' houses to family houses to just sort of sleeping wherever there was a couch or a bed available. And well, 3 months ago I was struggling with addiction, and partly what inspired me to get sober was the possibility of moving into here. And yeah, I did a lot of stuff I'm not proud of. I've done a lot of different things that I feel better about, but since coming here, I'm really coming out of my shell, I guess you could say. I started attending church regularly. I've going to church studies, and I've decided to go back to school, study to become a minister, actually. I really discovering my own identity in the world, really making my own way. I'm working a part-time job, hopefully will be full-time someday, but for now it's paying the bills. So, and well, to all those of you waiting to get in, I know it seems like it takes a long time, but it's worth the wait, I think. There's a lot of nice people here. Charlie and Terry are real good people. They offer lots of support and lots of encouragement in your own individual journeys, and I mean, it's not easy. There's a lot of work entailed, keeping your place neat, keeping the place looking nice for potential guests and other visitors. And you got to do your chores. That's an important step. Got to do your chores. Can't stress that enough. And, well, you're going to meet some real nice people here, and they'll offer you support too, and we all help each other out here. If you're ever short on food or you need a hand with something, you can ask, and chances are the other people here will be more than willing to help you out. And, well, that's about it.
Well, thanks for tuning in again. This week we were talking about stimulus checks, and though we don't know when that's supposed to happen, if another one comes your way, we hope that now you both know how to get it and what to do with it. So one of the things that we would really encourage you to do is to set aside a little bit in your savings. I know for me, I always put aside a little bit just for a rainy day, or in case something happens, or I'm saving up for my car insurance or things like that, or Christmas or birthdays. It's always good to have a little set aside so that if something were to happen, you've got that little bit of spare money in your account. So anyway, but that's what I would do. I don't know, what would you do with your stimulus check? Hey, if you have ideas on what you would want to do with a stimulus check, or what would you do if you got some extra money? Put it below in the comments, okay? And we'd love to hear from you. All right? Well, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.